Hi there, this is Chris Piercy of Gist Coaching, and I'm here to talk to you today about progressive muscle relaxation and a little bit about relaxation and meditation in general, because quite often if you watch a video on YouTube about, relaxation or meditation, it's all done very softly and fluffy and, in language which, perhaps you just don't want to hear, not rude language or anything like that, but language that just doesn't relate to most people. And quite often people can be put off the idea of meditating or relaxing because they feel as though they've got to get into like this yoga poses, or they have to, have essential oils, or, all of this kind of stuff that, perhaps just doesn't really resonate with you at all. But, anyone can meditate, anyone can relax completely. And so this video or this audio, depending on how you're consuming this content, is all about relaxing, just chilling out, taking some time for yourself, and just, letting your shit go. It doesn't have to be all fluffy. It doesn't have to have chakras and essential oils and all of that. It can just be a nice bit of time for yourself. Now, this particular thing that you're listening to, this can be used for just general relaxation. But if there's a certain thing that bothers you, something which causes you some anxiety, something which, ties your stomach up in knots and just, you can't handle, or you're struggling to handle, then you can actually use this video to help you overcome that. So later on, whilst I'm talking to you, I'll ask you to imagine that scene. Whether it's perhaps you've got anxiety about traveling, so you might imagine yourself on the train or a plane. Perhaps you've got social anxiety and you could think about going to the pub and, be worried about the people around you. Whatever that situation is that bothers you, picture it in your mind when I ask you to a little bit later on. And if you're listening to this for that particular reason, then you'll already have in your mind what that thing is, and beginning to picture what it's like exactly. Now I'm going to move on to the actual relaxation part of this, with a progressive muscle relaxation. Now, the idea of this is that you don't fall asleep. Now, it's quite possible if you're listening to this at night time and you're lying in bed and it's dark and you're closing your eyes, that you may well fall asleep. And that is okay if that's what you're using it for. But if you're using it during the daytime and you're actually trying to relax, then it's best to actually not fall asleep. So what I'd recommend is that you find somewhere comfortable that you can sit. And you put your feet flat on the floor and get your hands and arms somewhere comfortable. So maybe that's resting with your hands on your thighs. Maybe they're down by your side, but they're going to be there for a little while, so you're going to want to make them comfortable. And also you want to have nice, attentive posture. So not slumped down over, nice straight spine, shoulders back, ready to listen. Now in a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine that you're tensing the various different muscle groups. Now, this is an important thing. You're not actually going to really tense up your muscles, because that's not going to be relaxing at all, is it? So you're just actually going to imagine tensing those muscles. What it would feel like if you were to tense up those muscles. Of course, if you really imagine you are clenching your fist tightly, you may find your hand muscles actually tense a little bit as a result, and that's fine. Imagine feelings of tension first makes it easier for you to then relax, and that's the point of doing it. Now, before we go into this, I want to make you aware that as I'm talking to you and as you're listening and as you're trying to do this whole relaxation thing, which may or may not come easy to you, you may find that your mind wanders off and starts thinking about whether you bought dishwasher tablets or what you need to get, for shopping next week, or you might start thinking about completely random shit which has no place in your head at that moment in time. And if you do, that's absolutely fine, and it's absolutely normal. And that's important to understand, because I think people can end up judging themselves for thinking about the wrong thing, inverted commas. There is no wrong thing. Whatever you think about is absolutely fine. Don't beat yourself up if you think about something random. Just tell yourself, That's okay. And then start concentrating on what I'm saying again. You're unlikely to have missed anything vastly important, and you can just get back on track by listening and tuning into my voice again. And if your mind wanders again, that's absolutely fine. Relaxing, meditating, it's a skill. The more you do it, the better you get at it. The first time that you do something doesn't define how good you are at it. And, relaxing and meditating definitely falls into that category. So now I'd like you to get into that position we spoke about, with your feet flat on the floor, your hands and arms comfortable, nice, attentive posture, ready to listen to me. I want you to begin by imagining that every muscle in your body is becoming tense and rigid. Really keep that feeling in your mind for just a few seconds. Just imagine that all your muscles are becoming as tense and as tight as they possibly can. Now, very, very slowly, relax the body completely and utterly. Let every last ounce of tension progressively melt away, dissolving into nothingness. Release those tense muscles that you're imagining. We're now going to go through the body bit by bit. So I'd like you to start by focusing on your right leg. Imagine what it would feel like to tense all the muscles in the leg and push hard against the floor. Really imagine that deeply. Imagine that right leg becoming fully tense. The calves, the hamstrings, your thighs, the muscles in your feet. Imagine you're really trying to drive that leg down into the floor, and really keep that idea of tension in your mind. Now, very slowly, relax the muscles in the leg completely and utterly. Let your leg relax progressively. Allow it to relax more deeply than normal. Now keep that right leg relaxed. Just imagine those muscles losing all of that tension. Let it melt away, let it fade away, so there's no tension left at all. Now turn your attention to your left leg. And just as before, imagine that leg becoming fully tense. Imagine your toes, your ankle, your calves, your thighs, your hamstrings, your knees. Imagine the whole leg tensing up into one rigid object, like a bar of steel. Imagine driving that down into the floor. Imagine all of those muscles becoming rock solid. Just keep that in mind for just a few seconds. And now let that melt away. Let that tension go. Begin to imagine every single muscle, nerve, and fiber of that left leg just melting into relaxation. Just becoming loose, floppy if you like, just as if there's no tension in it whatsoever. And just enjoy for a moment that feeling where you have both of your legs completely and utterly relaxed. Now turn your attention to your right arm, in particular your right fist. I want you to imagine making the tightest fist you can possibly imagine, as if you really felt full of anger, like you wanted to hit someone. Imagine that tension in your fist. And if you feel the fist getting tighter, that's fine. That just proves to you how good an imagination you have. Really tighten up that fist in your mind. And now imagine letting go of all that tension, as if you've calmed down completely now. And just let it completely and utterly relax. Now turn to your left fist and in exactly the same way. Imagine that fist getting fully tight. Imagine you're trying to squeeze the life out of something in your hand. Imagine you're trying to crush something in your hand. Imagine that fist becoming like a rock. And just the same again, imagine now releasing all of that tension. Imagine there is no tension at all in that fist. It's just a loose hand, like Play-Doh. No tension, just relaxation. And now turn your attention to your shoulders and across the back of your neck. Maybe you feel tension within that part of your body already. Maybe you carry your tension there anyway. Maybe it's feeling really relaxed right now. But I'd like you to now imagine that you have tension there. It's getting tighter and tighter across the back of the shoulders, up into the back of the neck. So imagine that's full of tension. Imagine that whole area of your body is just one solid sheet. But now allow it to relax. Allow the shoulders to just drop down. The muscles releasing all of that tension, letting it just dissipate, as if it's air passing by. All of the tension drop out of your shoulders, the back of the neck, so you just feel great. Feel loose. Feel easy and free. Just really enjoy this moment of having all of this tension just washing away entirely. Completely relaxed, completely at ease. Now I want you to turn your attention to the muscles in your face, which you may not think about very often. So if this sounds a little bit weird to you, that's absolutely fine. I want you to imagine scrunching up your face and filling it full of tension, like scrunching up your eyes, tightening your jaw, tightening your mouth, using all those muscles to just imagine scrunching it up into the tightest, maybe the ugliest face you can possibly imagine. And if you feel those muscles in your face move as you're just imagining this, that's absolutely fine. It's good, in fact. Again, shows just how good an imagination you have. And just let that thought of having this really scrunched up tight face, just let that just sit in your mind for a little moment or two. And then allow it to relax. Allow the face to relax. Imagine your face just becoming smooth, free, and easy, as if someone's just snapped their fingers and just made all of the tension go away. Let your face relax much deeper than normal. Let your features become totally vacant and empty, just as if you were in a deep sleep now. Now I want you to turn your attention away from the physical aspect of your muscles and now concentrating on what they do, I want you to imagine that your breathing now is really relaxed, as if there's no effort whatsoever. With each breath in and out, you just become more and more relaxed. Your breathing just changes all by itself. When the body is relaxed, it uses less energy. So the breath becomes shallow and gentle. Let your breathing gently take you deeper and deeper into relaxation. Now just take a moment to scan through your body as a whole. If you find any residual traces of tension whatsoever, just imagine the feeling turning into a cloud of coloured mist. Now picture it all relaxing away, melting into nothingness. Good. You now feel completely relaxed. You can stop trying. And remember, you can always let go of any tension that you feel. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And with each number that I say, I want you to allow your mind just to become even more relaxed, even more at ease, relaxing even deeper than you've ever relaxed before. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As I mentioned earlier, you can use this beautiful relaxed state that you've managed to put yourself into to overcome things which upset and bother you. So I'd like you to begin to imagine whatever the thing that upsets you is, but imagine it using this relaxed state of mind. So remain completely calm and completely relaxed as you imagine this scene. Remember, it is just in your imagination. Now, with that in your mind, that may have concerned you, it may have made you feel a little less relaxed. So just take a moment, taking a really nice deep breath now, and just bring your mind back to that deep state of relaxation. As you continue to relax deeper, really imagine that you are in that scene right now. Picture it through your own eyes, as if it is actually happening right now. Make it seem real, all the time remaining completely relaxed. Really believe you are there right now, facing things. And continue to let go and relax completely. Keep relaxing deeper and deeper as you really imagine being in that scene. Now fade that scene completely for a while and allow yourself to relax as it disappears from your mind. Calm your mind and smile to yourself inside as you relax completely and utterly. And just think to yourself on a scale from 1 up to 10 how comfortable you were in that scene. Where 1 is completely at ease and 10 is having real severe discomfort. We're going to go back through that now. Just relax even deeper than before. And count from 3 down to 1. And with each number I say, you will become even more relaxed, bringing you deeper than before. 3, 2, 1. Let's continue remaining relaxed as you now imagine that same scene again. Picture it in full detail in your mind, but staying relaxed, staying calm, and not allowing any tension in whatsoever. Good. Now keep relaxing as you really imagine being in that scene. As you do so, just continue to relax away any tension in your mind or in your body, in any way that you can. Just play that scene out in your mind as if you were really there, right here, right now. And now you can fade that away from your mind. Let it disappear. Let it melt away completely. And now that you've been through that for a second time, again, I'd like you to just imagine giving yourself a score from 1 to 10 on how comfortable you were in that scene, where 1 is completely at ease and 10 is not at ease in any way. Just think about how much better you feel in that scene going through it a second time. We're going to go back through that a third and final time. It's going to count you from 3 down to 1, for each number just relaxing you completely. 3, 2, 1. Just finding yourself completely at ease with nothing in your mind, no tension in your body, just free and easy. And for the final time, just imagine that scene in your mind. Imagine the colours, the sights, the sounds. Imagine absolutely everything about this scene in your mind. all the time retaining that feeling of relaxation. Just picture it fully and vividly in your mind. Play out the scene all the time, remaining completely relaxed and completely at ease. Now you can fade that to black. You can wipe that from your mind and congratulate yourself from going through that 3 times. And just think to yourself now, on a scale from 1 to 10, how comfortable you felt going through that for the 3rd time. Where 1 is completely at ease and 10 was finding it like living hell. And regardless of your score and regardless of any improvement, just thank yourself for putting yourself through what something that you find uncomfortable is. You've already exhibited some extremely valuable skills, even by just taking the time to listen to this. You've learned how to face your fears and overcome them by using specific relaxation techniques. Even if you didn't feel any improvement, you've shown yourself something just by putting yourself through it. And this isn't hard. You've shown yourself how easy it is to relax. And you'll always remember how to do that. And you'll get better and better at relaxing your fears away. You'll find that you begin to feel more relaxed and confident in a wider and wider variety of different situations in life. Your skills will spread and generalize to many other times and places. Whenever you need to relax, you will be able to do so more easily and more confidently with each day that passes. In a moment, I will begin counting from 1 up to 5. With each number I count, a feeling of self-confidence and satisfaction is emerging from within you and growing stronger and stronger. You're looking back on a job well done with a sense of achievement and gratification. You take forward all the positive benefits of this relaxation session and those improvements growing stronger and deeper with each day that passes. As that feeling grows, your eyes will slowly open and you can acquaint yourself with the room around you. You will gradually become more and more aware of the here and now, the real world around you. The improvements you experience will begin to spread throughout many other areas of your life in turn, and you will feel a strong desire to take direct action to help yourself using the skills and ideas that you have learned. Beginning now, on the count of 1, feeling stronger and more confident as you begin to emerge from this relaxation session. 2, your body feels more alive, your mind is strong and alert. 3, a sense of self-confidence flows through your being as if you're telling yourself, I can do it. 4, your eyes are alert and ready to open now. Of 5, opening your eyes and looking forward once again. Just take a moment now just to acquaint yourself with your surroundings, congratulate yourself for taking the time, for relaxing and giving yourself a bit of time in this hectic world we now live in. And I really hope you enjoyed this relaxation session. My name is Chris Piercy of Gist Coaching, and I look forward to talking to you another time.